Hey guys, Dan here with VittorTech, and this is the new SandMarc Drama Polarizing Filter. I'm really excited to show you guys what it can do with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, because I just do tech reviews and I'm an enthusiast of tech, I didn't feel qualified telling you guys about this filter and really showing you the differences. So that's why I've asked a professional photographer and my personal friend Leo to take you guys through how it works. Let's get into it.
My name is Leo Montero, and I'm a film and digital photographer based out of Toronto, Canada. I'm constantly using polarizer filters in both my DSLR and film cameras to add a lot more contrast and a lot more detail to my photos. So I was pretty excited to take out SandMarc's polarizer filter and see how it performed in an iPhone camera. At first glance, this filter seems to be very well built and made out of quality materials. The lens attachment makes it very easy to incorporate into the case, and they both work very well together. The case is sturdy and protective and provides a very good amount of grip, which is very important for capturing the right shot. Now, when it comes to performance, the filter performed exactly how you would expect a polarizer filter to work, which is reducing glare from reflective surfaces and adding a little bit more contrast and detail to your images by reducing outside light. Originally, when you shoot on a reflective surface like a windshield, most of the time you see a lot of glare and a lot of reflection from anything that is around such place. Now, as we rotate and increase the amount of filtering in the lens, you could see that we can now see Dan inside his car straight through. This is basically what the filter does, and it does it very well. However, for me, this filter really shined while shooting at night. In an urban setting, filming can be challenging because of the constant glare that city lights and buildings emit. This polarizer filter gives you excellent glare reduction, color saturation, and a very cinematic look to both photos and videos alike. At first glance, you can see in a photo that we took without the filter on how the light looks. There's reflection on the main street light in front of you. Very sharp edge, you can see it in a diagonal face. You can see pretty much a sharp line going throughout that, as well as the sky being very soft and not very cloud-like. You can see the clouds are maybe a little bit muddy. This probably has to do with the settings on the phone, and there might be a little bit too much harsh light coming in through that first frame where the light is into the lens, so it kind of misses the detail in the background. Now, if we switch to the next photo with the polarizer filter on, you can see how first and foremost, the sky is a lot more detailed. You can see a lot more clouds and a lot more texture to it. You can also see an increase in the colors magenta and blue, making it more deeper and more saturated. At the first glance, you can see how that light, even though it still has a sharp edge coming through it, it is dimmed very much. It kind of looks like soft, maybe like a very big bulb inside, as well as in the background when you see on the corner. All the lights that are similar are a lot more filled, making it very dramatic, and thus adding a little bit of drama to the photo. Now, to get more low light examples, we took it to a more vibrant setting. So we found a very nice looking patio in the middle of the village with a tree full of lights. Very contrasty, very colorful at first, and obviously emitting a lot of light. Now, at first glance at this photo taken without the filter, you can see there's a little bit too much overexposure in the lights. You can see how there's white dots in most of them. That means that the image have been overexposed in these areas. Not really giving out a lot of contrast on that, giving out a lot of vibrance. You can see how at the top of the image, the trees, if it's very gray, it's very dull. There's not much contrast there. It kind of looks muddy a little bit. That's just basically due to the low light and the iPhone trying to compensate for it. Now, in the second image with the filter on, you can see how much more color and much more vibrance there is in the image, especially on the yellows on the brick wall. The yellows are super yellow, not too overexposed. The pink lights are very much still overexposed, but they're emitting a lot more color hues. You can see how it translates into the branches above, making them slightly more green and making them slightly more vibrant. You can see a lot more detail. You can see now that there's fruit in that tree, for example. I couldn't see that before. And now you can see how the ambience changes completely just by adding that little bit more saturation, that little bit more of drama into the photo. Now, in another example, we have a little bit more of an urban setting. A lot more buildings, a lot more reflective glass. You can see a lot of lights as well, just like in the previous examples. Without the filter in this image here, you can see how the sky is very blue at the top, and maybe the lights are a little bit white, again, overexposed as well. And there's not a lot of detail in the background of the picture. You can see very good detail at the front, but you can't really see much in the back. Now, when we switch to the next image, that entire background becomes a lot more dark. You can see details in the clouds, even at very low light. This is shot around dusk, so there's not much more sunlight out. It's just more city streets and more glare coming out of the buildings. You can see a lot more fine detail in the buildings in the background, as well as some detail inside, even inside the windows, which adds a little bit of drama, especially when you have that underexposed sky with a lot of cloud, which makes it look very different and much more interesting. Overall, this polarizer filter is a great tool to both reducing glare and adding a little bit of drama to your photos. Both enthusiasts and creators can benefit very well from this lens, but it can also apply it on a landscape setting.
Alright guys, so that was the review of the SandMarc Drama Polarizing Filter. It's amazing to see what difference a filter can make, especially considering that the Pro Max already has such a fantastic camera. I want to thank Leo for joining me on this review. Definitely won't be the last time he's on the channel to explain photography to you guys. If you want to see any more info about him or about the Drama Polarizing Filter, look down in the comments, as I've got links to both below. While you're down there, leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about this iPhone lens. Is it something that you'd consider picking up? As well, remember to hit that like button because it tells YouTube that videos like this don't suck, and it gives Leo a healthy dose of validation, which we could all use. As always, remember to hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this from me, and thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.